Hey guys, Hopeless Hallow here with another class guide video. Today we'll be talking about the Charismatic Paladin, the Wise Ranger, and the Dexterity Rogue. Paladins are usually tough healers and martial classes that use weapons rather than spells, but can cast spells. At first level, they get Divine Sense and Lay on Hands. Divine Sense allows you to sense danger or evil, or things affected by dangerous or evil spells. When you use this as an action, you can detect forces such as celestials, fiends, undead within 60 feet of you and not behind total cover. You know the type, and the presence of any being you know, but not its identity. Within the same radiance, you can also detect the presence of a place or object that's been consecrated or desecrated, as with the Hallow spell. You can use this feature in order times equal to 1 plus your charisma modifier and need a long rest to get them back. You also get Lay on Hands, which allows you to heal someone as an action up to 5 times your Paladin level. You regain all of these hit points at the end of a long rest. You can also expend 5 of them to cure a disease or neutralize a poison. The second level, they get a fighting style, like the fighter. They get defense, dueling, great weapon fighting, and protection. So less options than a fighter, but still a few of them. Next up, at second level, they get their spellcasting trait. One of the first classes to only get spellcasting at second level. They are what's known as a half-caster, meaning they get spells much slower than normal spellcasters, and don't reach the same kind of strength that normal spellcasters get. Paladins also don't get cantrips. At second level, they also get Divine Smite. You can expend a spell slot and do 2d8 damage extra damage on a melee attack. And this increases in power by 1d8 for every level of spell slot you use, higher than first level. At third level, you get Divine Health, making you immune to disease. And you also get Sacred Oath, which is your archetype. There's access to Oath of the Open Sea, which is Critical Role, but we'll be using Devotion as it's the normal one. At third level, you get a Channel Divinity. You can, as an action, you can imbue one weapon that you're holding with positive energy using your Channel Divinity. For 1 minute, you add your Charisma modifier to attack rolls made with that weapon. The weapon also emits a bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light to 20 feet beyond that. If the weapon's not already magical, it becomes magical. And you also get Turn the Unholy. You can present your holy symbol and speak a prayer, forcing fiends and undead to make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, it is turned for 1 minute or till it takes damage. A creature that's turned must move as far away from you as it can. It cannot willingly move a space within 30 feet of you. Cannot take reactions. And for its action, you can only use the dash action to try to escape. If there's nowhere to move, it can use the dodge action. At 4th level, you get your first ability score improvement. At 5th level, you get extra attack, allowing you to attack twice with a single action. At 6th level, you get Aura of Protection. Starting at 6th level, whenever you or a friendly creature within 10 feet makes a saving throw, the creature can gain a bonus to the saving throw equal to your Charisma modifier. You must be conscious to gain this bonus. At 7th level, you get another feature from your Sacred Oath. For Oath of Devotion, that's Aura of Devotion. Starting at 7th level, you and friendly creatures within 10 feet of you cannot be charmed while you are conscious. From Oath of Devotion, you also get a list of spells. At 3rd level, you get Protection from Evil and Good, Sanctuary. At 5th level, you get Lesser Restoration, Zone and Truth, and Onward. At 8th level, you get your second ability score improvement. At 9th level, you get higher level spells. At 10th level, you get Aura of Courage. You and any friendly creatures within 10 feet of you can't be frightened while you are conscious. Now at 11th level, you get Improved Divine Smite, increasing your Divine Smite's damage by 1d8 permanently. At 12th level, you get another ability score improvement. At 13th level, you get more powerful spells. At 14th level, you get Cleansing Touch. Being at 14th level, you can use your action to end one spell on yourself or a willing creature that you touch. And you can only use this thing up to a number of times equal to your Charisma modifier. You regain all uses at the end of a long rest. At 15th level, you get a Sacred Oath feature. Oath of Devotion gives you... you are always under the effect of a protection from evil and good spell. At 16th level, you get ability score improvement. At 17th level, you get your final improvement spells. 18th level, you get aura improvements, increasing all your auras to 30 feet instead of 10. At 19th level, you get your final ability score improvement. And at 20th level, you get your final Sacred Oath feature. For Oath of Devotion, this is Holy Nimbus. For 1 minute, bright light shoots out of you for a 30-foot radius, and dim light shoots out 30 feet beyond that. Whenever an enemy creature starts its turn the bright light, it takes 10 radiant damage. You also have advantage against spells casted by fiends or undead. You can only use this once per long rest, and it takes an action to use. And that's the Charisma spellcaster and martial class, the Paladin. Next up is the Wise Ranger. Rangers are often considered the weakest of the classes, but they still have their own uses. They're deadly hunters and can sometimes be independent adventurers. At first level, they gain a favorite enemy. They can choose one type of enemy, and they have advantage on wisdom survival checks to track them, as well as intelligence checks to recall information about them. They can choose between aberrations, beasts, celestials, constructs, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, giants, monstrosities, oozes, plants, or even undead. If you can alternatively select 2 races of humanoids, such as gnolls and orcs. When you gain this feature, you also get a language that that type of creature might speak. You also gain more additional favorite enemies at 4th, 10th level, and 6th level. They also get Natural Explorer at 1st level. You choose a type of terrain. It could be things such as Arctic, coastal, desert, forest, grassland, mountain, swamp, underdark. And whenever you make an intelligence or wisdom check related to it, your proficiency bonus is doubled if you're using a skill that you're proficient in. While traveling for an hour or more in your favorite terrain, you can gain the following benefits. Difficult terrain doesn't slow your travel. Your group can't be lost except by magical means. Even when you're engaged with another activity, such as while traveling, such as foraging, navigating, or tracking, you remain alert to danger. If you're traveling alone, you can move stealthily at a normal pace. When you forage, you find twice as much food. While tracking other creatures, you also learn their exact number, their sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area. You gain more favorite terrains at 6th and 10th level. At 2nd level, you get Fighting Style and Spellcasting, another half-caster like the Paladin. For Fighting Style, they can choose Archery, Defense, Dueling, or 2-weapon fighting. Once again, a limited list like the Paladin, but a different list, and still useful. At 3rd level, they gain their Archetype and Primordial Awareness. Primordial Awareness allows you to use a spell slot and your action to focus your awareness on the region around you. For 1 minute per spell slot you expend, you can sense the following types of creatures that are present within 1 mile of you, or within up to 6 miles if you're in your favorite terrain. Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and or undead. This feature does not reveal the creature's location or number. Now, there are 2 archetypes. One's the Drake Warden, unofficial content, and the normal one, Hunter, the one I'll be going over. At 3rd level, you can choose one of these 3 abilities. Colossus Slayer, Giant Killer, or Horde Breaker. Colossus Slayer allows you to do more damage to already wounded creatures. Giant Killer allows you to attack creatures that miss you. And Horde Breaker allows you to attack multiple times against a small horde. At 4th level, you get your first ability score improvement. At 5th level, you can attack twice with one action. At 6th level, you get your favorite enemy again, and Natural Explorer. At 7th level, you get another Ranger archetype feature. For Hunter, that's going to be Defensive Tactics. You get either Escape the Horde, Multi-Tac Defense, or Steel Will. Escape the Horde means opportunity attacks against you are made with disadvantage. Multi-attack defense is when a creature hits you with attack, you gain a +4 bonus to AC against all other attacks made by that same creature for the rest of the turn. And finally, Steel Will. You have advantage on saving throws against being frightened. At 8th level, you get an ability score improvement and Land Stride. Starting at 8th level, moving through non-magical difficult terrain costs no extra movement. You can also pass through non-magical plants without being slowed by them and without taking damage if they have thorns, spines, or similar hazards. At 9th level, you get improvement to your spells again. 10th level, you get Natural Explorer and a Hide in Plain Sight. You can spend 1 minute creating camouflage for yourself. You must have access to fresh mud, dirt, plants, soot, and other naturally occurring materials for you to create your camouflage. Once camouflage is away, you can try to hide yourself by pressing yourself up against a solid surface, such as a tree or a wall that's at least as tall and wide as you are. You gain a +10 to dexterity, stealth checks, as long as you remain there without moving or taking actions. Once you move or take an action, you must camouflage yourself again to gain this benefit. At 11th level, you get another Ranger archetype feature. For Hunter, this is going to be the multi-attack. You can choose either Volley or Whirlwind. Volley allows you to make a ranged attack against any number of creatures within 10 feet of a point you can see within your weapon's range. You must have ammunition for each target as normal, and you must make a separate attack roll for each target. Whirlwind allows you to use your action to make a melee attack against any number of creatures within 5 feet of you with a separate attack roll for each target. At 12th level, you get another ability score improvement. At 13th level, your spells increase again. At 14th level, you get a favorite enemy again, and the ability Vanish. You can use the Hide as a bonus action on your turn, and can't be tracked by non-magical means unless you choose to leave a trail. At 15th level, you get another Ranger archetype feature. For Hunter, that's going to be Superior Hunter's Defense. You can choose between Evasion, Stand Against the Tide, or Uncanny Dodge. Evasion, when you're subject to an effect that forces you to make a dexterity saving throw to take half damage, you instead take no damage if you succeed, and only half if you fail. Stand Against the Tide makes it so when a hostile creature misses an attack against you, you can force that creature to repeat the attack against another creature other than itself. An Uncanny Dodge makes it so when an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack's damage against you. At 16th level, you get an ability score improvement. At 17th level, your final increasement to spells. At 18th level, you get Feral Senses. You gain pre-natural sense that help you fight creatures that you can't see. When you attack a creature you can't see, your inability to see it does not pose disadvantage. Also, you're aware of any invisible creature within 30 feet of you, provided the creature isn't hiding from you, and you aren't blinded or deafened. At 19th level, you get your final ability score improvement. At 20th level, you get Foe Slayer. On each of your turns, you can add your Wisdom modifier to the attack roll or damage roll of an attack against one of your favorite enemies. You can choose to use this feature before or after, but before any of these effects are applied. And that's the Ranger. Now for our final one for today, the Rogue. Rogues can be sneaky assassins. They have skill, precision, and usually shady. At first level, they get 3 abilities: Expertise, Sneak Attack, and Thieves' Cant. Thieves' Cant is their own language. Basically, it's a secret mix of dialect, jargon, and code that allows you to hide messages in seemingly normal conversation. Sneak Attack makes it so, well, whenever you have an advantage on the roll, you can do 1d6 damage against a creature you've hit with an attack. The attack must be with a finesse or ranged weapon. You don't need advantage on the attack if you have an ally within 5 feet of it, and you don't have disadvantage on the roll. The sneak attack increases as you get stronger, as shown on this table. And finally, expertise. You choose 2 skills that you're proficient in, and you can double your proficiency for it. At 2nd level, you get cunning action. This allows you to use your bonus action to take dash, disengage, or hide actions. At 3rd level, you get the roguish archetype. The only one available now is the thief. So, when you choose this, you can use your bonus action granted by your cunning action to make a dexterity sleight of hand check, or use your thieves' tools to disarm or open a lock, or even use the object action. At 4th level, you get your first ability score improvement. At 5th level, you get uncanny dodge. So, whenever an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack's damage against you. At 6th level, you get expertise. This is the same as the one at 1st level, so you choose 2 things you're proficient in and double your proficiency for them. At 7th level, you get evasion. Whenever you make a dexterity saving throw against something you're subjected to, succeeding means you take no damage, and failing means you only take half damage. At 8th level, you get another ability score improvement. At 9th level, you get another roguish archetype feature. 9th level Supreme Sneak allows you to have advantage on dexterity stealth checks if you move no more than half your speed on the same turn. Early at 3rd level, you also get your 2nd story work, which means you have the ability to climb faster than normal. Climbing no longer costs extra movement, and when you make a running jump, the distance you cover increases by a number of feet equal to your dexterity modifier. Next up is 10th level, another ability score improvement. 11th level is Reliable Talent. Whenever you make an ability check that allows you to add proficiency bonus, you can treat any roll of it on a d20 as a 10. At 12th level, you get an ability score improvement. At 13th level, you get another roguish archetype feature. For Thief, that's Use Magic Device. You can now ignore all race, class, and level requirements for the use of magic items. 14th level, you get Blind Sense. If you're able to hear, you're aware of the location of any hidden or invisible creature within 10 feet of you. At 15th level, you get Slippery Mind. This gives you proficiency in Wisdom saving throws. 16th level, you get Ability Score Improvement. At 17th level, you get another Roguish Archetype feature. This is your final one. So for Thief, this is... you can take 2 turns during the first round of any combat. You take your first turn at normal initiative and take your second turn at your initiative minus 10. You can't use this feature when you're surprised. And finally, we have 18th level, where you get Elusive. You're so evasive that that no attack has advantage against you while you aren't incapacitated. 19th level, you get your final ability score improvement, and your final ability is at level 20, Stroke of Luck. Whenever you fail an ability check, you can treat the check as if you had rolled a 20. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long or short rest. And that's the dexterity-based rogue. Next time, we'll be talking about the final 3 free classes that you can choose from. Sorcerer, another charisma-based class. Warlock, the final charisma-based class. And Wizard, an intelligence-based class. That's all for now. Bye.